Michele, we're going to continue our love affair with Sicily. And I think last time we left off talking about the invasion by the Arabs and all the influences, saffron, sorbetti.
Yeah, sorbetto was actually is an Arab word that we don't know how to pronounce, but it was actually made, was invented in Sicily. It was actually made by the people went to the volcano Etna, took the snow down, and they mixed it with some fruit puree. And that's how the sorbet was born. Yeah.
How amazing! Oh, that's an interesting point.
Cassata as well.
Cassata, which is they say that cassata is the king of Sicilian food, and I suppose the queen would have to be pasta. But we're going to stick with seafood tonight, aren't we, Michele?
Yeah, we're sticking with seafood.
And that reminds me, Michele, that we should really talk about the two main cucine, or types of cuisine that we had in Sicily at the time, because you actually have la cucina nobile, which is of the bourgeois, of the lords that had the money, and la cucina povera, which of course were the people that worked the land. And in fact, the people that worked the land, cucina povera really encompasses a lot of vegetables, because it's you get a lot of them growing wild in Sicily, and of course of seafood, which was all there in abundancy. La cucina nobile, of course, you have all those amazing things like the cannoli, le cassate, all the wonderful, rich desserts that really was only had by the wealthy people.
What you were saying is really important, and it's always when in different part of Italy where there used to be a really strong royalty or nobility or royal family, like for example in Piemonte or in Tuscany with the Medici, and also in the south of Italy, like Sicily, but also Naples with the Borboni. You're always going to have the different style of cooking. There's going to be the poor people, the one that actually work out for the novelty, which they eat the best product as usual.
They used to actually pay the nobility with the fruits of their produce, basically, and whatever was left for them. So they were very resourceful, I think, too.
And there's also another thing that I forgot to say is also that it's amazing going back. There is actually the Spanish and the Borboni, the family. That's what they used to be called. That they stay in Sicily and in the south of Italy up to 1713, something like that.
Really?
They actually already had the railway happening in Naples too, so how advanced and rich they were back then.
Unbelievable, yes. So Michele, what are we going to be showing our viewers this evening?
Okay, this evening we're going to show a couple of real traditional dishes with sardines, which is pasta con le sarde, which are probably something that every Sicilians have. Yes. And we're going to do sarde beccafico, which I think all these dishes are really, you can actually see the real, all the different influences in this dish. For example, in the sarde, like we're going to say. And we're also going to have a frittelle with the silverfish, the really small fish.
Beautiful,
which are really nice. And I think it's something that really important is the caponata. Now, caponata is all small vegetable chopped up really fine. Mainly
eggplant, of course, that grows profusely in Sicily.
And it's amazing that you've got a dish like this. I think it combines all the different influences. You got your different vegetables, and then you got your sugar, and then you got your vinegar, and cooked all these vegetables together with tomato. I think it's really amazing.
So Michele, will you take us through the paces tonight as to where we're going to start?
Yes, I think we should start with the sarde beccafico. That's very, very popular. And like I said, it's really interesting, all the ingredients that goes in this dish. Now,
Michele, I was just going to say, now with sardines, now we have to look for sort of fairly firm looking fish that have got a really silvery blue skin and firm heads, yes?
Yes, I mean, we are really lucky because we can actually find in the market just sardine fillets, and these, so it's very easy. You don't have to dirty your hands or nothing.
And we have a preference for the West Australian variety too, I think, because they're slightly stronger in flavour.
And you know, they're done by machine, and when the Western Australian people brought out this machine for the sardines, everyone were laughing at them.
Really?
Yes. Anyway.
Big business now.
So you got these beautiful big sardines here, and now what we're going to put inside is some sultana. Okay, if the sultana is too big, you can chop it up a little bit.
The sultanina for the Italians at home.
Yeah. And okay. And then we're going to have some pine nuts.
Pinoli.
Just a couple of pine nuts, pinoli, and just a few baby capers. You don't need many because there's already a lot of flavor. Now I'm going to add some parsley through, and of course to combine everything we need some breadcrumbs.
Pane grattugiato and some Parmigiano, is that there?
Some Parmigiano, pecorino. Now, you know, like there's a lot of, this big thing about cheese with fish. I actually found that pecorino probably doesn't actually go, it goes pretty well with fish.
Yes.
Probably better than what Parmesan does.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, yes.
And so, what do? You just roll it, okay?
They look beautiful, don't they?
And you just use technology, toothpick.
There we go.
And so what are we doing? It's very easy. You just roll it like this.
So just to recap, Michele, we'll have a little bit of sultana, some pine nuts, little baby capers, some chopped parsley. We've got some Parmigiano cheese and some breadcrumbs.
Yeah, and pretty much we need a nice drizzle of olive oil. And what we're going to do with, you just put it in the oven, okay?
What do we need to have our oven temperature at?
Around 180, 200. You only take probably like this. It will take probably 5 to 7 minutes
lovely.
maximum.
Fantastic.
So you can actually put a little bit more breadcrumbs on top if you like it like that, and a nice drizzle of olive oil.
And it keeps it a bit softer too.
Yeah.
I think we'll call upon Drago as well. Welcome to you this evening, our ever faithful apprentice who gets to do all the good stuff in the kitchen, huh?
Thank you.
Okay, so these sardines goes in a baking tray. Now, I'll suggest you all the time, anytime you bake something at a high temperature, always use a baking paper underneath with a little bit of oil, so make sure it doesn't stick, and you don't have to work very hard to clean the pot up.
It's also very fine flesh, so you don't want to be breaking onto the baking pans anyway, so fantastic. Okay.
So that was the sardine beccafico.